And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And I've had some great guests on today, and I hope you've enjoyed them. The opioid crisis is really not something to enjoy. It's something that you need to be aware of, and you need to be alert if you're parents. These special spaces, I think, is just an awesome situation. I wish I were an artist like Sharon and could do the walls, or like Pam and could decorate some things like she does. So those are three great guests I had on today. So I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening in Cleveland, Bradley County. Now, early voting has started. It started on the 17th. I have voted, and I got a little bit upset because, you always get these little stickers that say I voted. Well, I went through at the old post office downtown, and I was number 5 going through the first day, and they didn't have those stickers out yet, so I didn't get a sticker. So anyway, but I did vote. I certainly did. And then I'm also a property owner. I live in the county, but I'm also a city property owner, so I got my piece of paper to fill out that, yes, I wanted to vote in the city. So this is one of those things I do not take for granted, folks. If I'm supposed to vote, I vote. It's kind of a responsibility, I think. We have the Mayfield Corn Maze and the Ocoee River Corn mazes are open, and people are having a great time at those. I've seen some aerials of those, and I'm not going to try it, okay? Because my sense of direction is probably not really, really good, but I don't think anybody actually gets lost in there. Now, tomorrow evening, October 23rd at 7:30, the Lee University Chorale will be presenting a free concert, non-ticketed, and it is open to the public, and it's at the chapel. So if you want to hear some really good music, that will be going on. Then Wednesday, the 24th at 7 o'clock, Songs That Touch Our Hearts, the Redback Hymnal singing will be in the chapel again. I've already called, and they're holding my ticket at the door. You can call 614-8320 and reserve a ticket if they still have tickets. Last year, I waited till about this time, and the tickets were already gone. So there's limited seating in that chapel. Now, the matinee at your Cleveland Bradley Library is Dracula Untold, and it's the movie matinee starting at 5:30 to 7:30 Wednesday. It's PG-13, and this movie happens in Transylvania with Dracula, so need I say more? It's a good Halloween movie. Cleveland State, as Reba said, is going to host the opioid epidemic. I'm so sorry, I'm having trouble today. What you need to know, and that's going to be Thursday at 10:30 at the Mary T. Barker Humanities Department. And for more information on that one, you can call 472-7141. And Jana Pankey is extension 438. Now, Lee University also has the, I'm saying this, Imani, IMANI, wins on Thursday the 25th at 7:30 in Pangle Hall. And the adult tickets for this are $15, seniors and students are $5, and the box office is open on weekdays from 3 to 6, so you might want to do that. Now, I had Catherine Patton on, and she talked about Love Nancy's Wine for the Mind, and that is Friday, October the 26th at the Coffee Barn, and that event is from 6:30 to 9. It's $45 an individual, I'm thinking, and sometimes things don't happen. $45 for an individual, $80 for a couple. And you can go online, www.lovenancy.org. That's another one of those .orgs. Also on Friday evening, the 26th, we have Volley for a Cure in the Paul Dana Walker Arena on Lee University's campus. 4:30 will be the fundraising activities, and then the match starts at 7. That's always a fun event with a lot of people there, a lot of noise, and a lot of things going on. Fundraiser for breast cancer awareness, and this is, or for breast cancer, and this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Michigan Avenue Schools Fall Festival is this coming Friday, the 26th, from 5:30 to 8:30 at the school. VIP parking, if there's any of those still available, $10. And the other parking, you park at the Whirlpool lot or the Michigan Avenue Baptist Church lot, and they will shuttle you over to the school. You can buy food tickets for $5, $4, and $3, and then punch tickets for the games are also available. It's a fundraiser for the school. And as a school board member, I hate that we have to do this, but our schools sometimes need things that are not in our budget. We cannot fund them, so the schools individually have fundraisers. I know there's other fundraisers going on. Hopewell, I wish I knew when yours was, and I should know. I think it's this weekend also. So if I find out in time for the next show, I'll get that on the air to you all. The Teddy Bear Picnic will be this Saturday, the 27th, at the library, and it's done each year by the Junior Auxiliary. And you parents, you bring your child and their favorite teddy bear, and it is free, and it starts at 9 o'clock. And then the Red Clay Powwow 2018, I will have someone on the next show to talk to us about that. It will be the 27th and 28th at Red Clay State Park. This event is free. Come and see Living History. They say Native American dancers will present their culture with crafts and storytellers, and also featured are the Aztec fire dancers. And for more information, you can call 478-0039. Now, the Cleveland Banners Taste of the Holiday Cookbook are accepting recipes until October 29th, and then the recipe book will be published on November the 6th, and you can take your recipes by the banner. And if you have a picture of a recipe, that's great. When you take your recipe by, also take your picture by, because they may want to feature that with your recipe. I only have one recipe. That's for a bacon cheese ball, and that's the only recipe I have, so I've done that once, and I think once is probably enough. It's really good, though. The Museum Center at 5 Points, and their phone number 339-5745, or www.museumcenter.org. They have several things coming up. The 25th from 6 to 8, members $20, non-members $35. Watercolor and Wine with Marianne Poplin. On Sunday the 28th, they have Music Under the Stars, and this is going to be soul, Motown, and jazz, paying homage to the Queen of Soul, and that's going to be from 4 to 6, members 30, non-members 45. History Happy Hour will be on October the 30th, the day before Halloween. It'll be Tall Betsy and Friends, and that's from 6 to 8. Free to members, $15 for non-members, and the stories will be by the Cleveland Storytelling Guild. And then Teachers Night, teachers K through 12, the Museum Center is hosting an evening just for teachers. Come participate in field trip, view our traveling trunks, tour the exhibit, and connect with fellow educators. So go on their website, www.museumcenter.org, and see when that is. And then they're also requesting item donations from anything you have about World War II, because they want to develop a trunk that will travel to the schools about World War II and East Tennessee, especially Cleveland, Bradley County's role in World War II. Now, the Fort Hill Cemetery walking tour, and I'm going to have them on in the next show, will be the 28th. That's a Sunday at 4 o'clock. You park at the Boys and Girls Club, and you'll be shuttled over, and I think it's $5. You'll be shuttled over to the cemetery, and you'll travel the cemetery. You're going to encounter actors portraying the people that are buried at that location. This is very interesting, and you'll learn a lot about the early life of Bradley Countyans. Now, the Halloween festivities. Here we go, folks. Get ready. October 24th at 6 o'clock, North Cleveland Baptist Church Trunk or Treat. And that's Wednesday, the 24th. Wesley United Methodist will host their Trunk or Treat Saturday, the 27th, from 6:30 to 8:30. Ella's Friends Halloween Party Sunday, October 28th, from 2:30 to 3:30 at Fletcher Park, and tickets are available. I put in a request to Ella to see if we can get her on the show and she can tell us about these events, because she also has a Christmas event planned. The Bradley Mall is hosting a huge Halloween event on Wednesday, October 31st. Clingan Ridge Baptist Church will have Trunk or Treat and a fall festival on the 31st. Both of those are on Halloween now, 6 to 8. Trunk or Treat at Toyota of Cleveland, also on Halloween night, the 31st, from 5 to 7. They're going to have candy. All of these will have candy and other things going on. And so and Batman and Cinderella are going to be at Toyota. Now, the Halloween block party is going to be the 31st downtown, and I'll have more information. I'll feed you information as the time gets closer. The costume party starts at 5 o'clock. Costume contest, begins at 5 o'clock on the fun stage at the Post Office Annex. And then Treat Street will open at 6 o'clock. And we're so thankful for Mars Chocolate does donations. They do over 1,000 bags of candy that people come down Treat Street and get a bag of candy from them. And this is going to be in front. This is going to be on Church Street in front of the Police Service Center. And you know, this started out. Dare did this block party years ago. Started out that way. Main Street got involved, and we were having to buy the candy. And as you can imagine, by the time you buy the candy and do everything else you have to do to make the block party a success, it got to be kind of expensive. So Main Street was thrilled when Mars Chocolate jumped in and said, we will do the candy. And so that's great. And they always dress up as M&Ms, and it's a great little show down there on Church Street in front of the Police Service Center. Now, Charleston Elementary's Fall Festival will then be Friday, November the 2nd, starts at 5 o'clock, and everyone, all of these school festivals, folks, everybody's invited to attend. You don't have to have a child at that school. You can go. If you have children that you'd like to take to these events, be my guest. The church is the same thing on their trunk and treats. They love having visitors come. Now, Pioneer Days at the Village at Hawk Creek will be Saturday, November the 3rd from 10 to 5. And I had Mr. Newman on once upon a time with me here. This event is in memory of Tom Newman, who worked so hard to reconstruct this village. It's down on Johnston School Road, down South Lee Highway. And he rebuilt equipment and all kinds of things that were used. I say use equipment, the word loosely. Things that people used back in Pioneer Days. Reconstructed some homes and buildings. And so this is Pioneer Day at the Village at Hawk Creek on November the 3rd. That's a Saturday from 10 to 5. And then the Cornerstone Church of God will have their annual Mexico Mission silent and live auction and chili dinner, and that will be at their church on 2823 South Lee Highway, and that's going to be November the 3rd from 5 o'clock on, and the chili dinner tickets are $2, and each ticket then each dinner ticket that you buy, and you're only going to buy one, but you may bring 5 people with you, will enter you in a chance to win a large flat screen TV. And then remember, folks, this is very, very important, because on Facebook, people have had people moving their clocks, falling back way earlier than you're supposed to. November 4th, before you go to bed that night, that Sunday, November 4th, before you go to bed on November the 3rd, take your clocks back an hour. Fall back in the fall. And so that way we will all be back on that time that I just detest, because it gets dark at 5:30 in the afternoon. And when you live in the country like I do and there's no street lights, it gets dark at 5:30 in the afternoon. So be sure that you do not fall back until November the 4th. And then Southern Heritage will have their Cleveland Helping Cleveland Food Drive the 5th through the 9th, and I'm hoping to have somebody on the show about that so that you can find out about that. And I'm looking at Alex, and he's saying I've run out of time. He says I've got 1 minute, so to sign off in 1 minute, I'm going to try to do. So, folks, it's been a great day in Nancy's Neighborhood. I've had 3 great guests. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed interviewing them. So for today, folks, that's bye-bye from Nancy's Neighborhood.